39 is the cha-cha. This is a great groove, our first Afro-Cuban groove. These are Cuban rhythms that have origins in Africa. And this is a study within itself. There's an incredible amount of information, an unbelievable amount of history. All these rhythms have a story. They all have a history. It's incredible. And there's a book I'd like to recommend that I've read cover to cover, and it's called Tito Puente, Drumming with the Mambo King. It's got charts and examples and a CD, and and just the history section alone. I had to take a nap after I read it. I was so exhausted. It's just unbelievable the amount of stuff that's been going on. I so recommend it. I love being a student of real drumming from different countries, and if you're looking to get into this stuff, this is really the best place to start. That's an incredible book. It's so comprehensive. So let's take a look at a cha-cha. It's a great rhythm. And it's really, really easy to understand. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to play it for you right now. You'll hear the driving cowbell, and you'll hear the bass drum part. It just all makes sense. Let's try it. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. It's just a great little groove. It's really simple to play. You know, it's just got that pulsing cha-cha bell, quarter note thing happening. And you got the bass drum on the and of 2 and a downbeat of 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You'll find that in traditional Cuban music, sometimes they leave the 4 out, which I will probably do when I play this piece of music. I've kind of gravitated to leaving the 4 out sometimes, and sometimes I play it. You pick and choose your moments to make things happen with some rhythm sometimes. And it's just really, really interpretive. You get into this piece of music, you'll hear it. The track will inspire you. This is a great cha-cha track. Let's give it a shot. Okay, let's take things down a little bit now and talk about a bolero. This is the ballroom rumba with an H, not the one without an H. Our U-M-B-A is a different thing. Our H is a little bit more nice, very romantic. Think of dancers, long gowns, amazing tuxedos. This is a romantic, beautiful dance. So let's play this rhythm on here and see what we can have happening. The snare drum part with the snares off is going to be the key. Let's see what it sounds like, just the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. 3 and 4 and 1. 1. Nice, nice. No big deal. Nice. You know, don't be. You know, it's like, what the heck happened? You know, don't do that. Nice and polite, gentle. Now, the feet, just do the classic 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you put it all together, and it sounds something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This next track is absolutely self-explanatory. We're going to take that groove, we're going to put it in this track, and you'll see what I mean. It's a beautiful, romantic sound. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous song. I'm sure you'll have a good time playing it. I know I will. Here we go. Okay, let's get a little bit hotter now, the mambo. This is, boy, I'll tell you, this is killing. When you talk about Afro-Cuban music, this is a killing groove. It's also a section of music in Latin music. They say, go to the mambo, and everybody jumps up a level and energy and goes to this thing. It's really cool. But this is the classic mambo. And again, if you see that book, Drumming with the Mambo King, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. There's a whole section devoted to this, all the different examples. And I'd like to make one other point before we go into this. This is very, very important to understand. This instrument that we are playing right here, this wasn't around when all this stuff was being played, invented, and still being played now. These are multi-percussion parts that we're adapting for the drum set. Very important to understand that. So we're playing what the timbali player would be playing. We're covering some kunga parts, some bongo parts. We're going nuts over here. We're trying to grab everybody's parts. You know, so if you get on a gig with a percussionist, you got to make sure you use your brain and don't step all over like what they do. You got to use your head and subtract accordingly, because we're kind of trying to cover everything right now in the versions that we have going on right here. There's a lot of stuff going on. When you listen to real Cuban music, you're going to hear a ton of percussion played by percussionists, not drum set players. So make sure you understand that difference. Okay, the classic mambo bell pattern. Let's just play the rhythm. Let's not get too fancy with opens and closes right now. Let's just understand this rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now that's just all played the same volume all together. Now we put the bass drum, the snare, and the hi-hat in, and you have the whole thing that sounds something like this. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Try that slow first. There's a whole lot going on. And you know, when I get into the next example, when I play this with music, opens, some tips, and some opens. Tip, open. All sorts of different colors that you get. You listen to Cuban timbali players play that thing, man. They get like hundreds of sounds out of a cowbell. It's truly inspiring. So let's play this and see where the drum set can fit in with a hot mambo track. We're going to play two tempos, hot and not so hot. Try them both, and you'll see how I kind of mutate and kind of, you know, sometimes I don't play that bass drum on beat 4, which can be a little bit more authentic sometimes. All sorts of different things can happen. Use your ears, respond, react, have fun, hit it. Okay, I just got finished gabbing about how we are taking percussion parts and putting them on a drum set. We're taking the timbali part, we're taking the kunga part, we're taking the bongo part. We don't have any parts of our own. We're taking all these other people's things. Well, there is a rhythm just for us, and it's called the songo, invented in Cuba by a great drummer from the band Los Van Van. This can look a little frantic, look a little crazy, look a little intimidating. Relax, it's not so bad. Take it slow. Let's see what the hands look like, because this is really where people get a little bit nuts. Thankfully, the right hand's going to hang on the bell, just playing that quarter note. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax. It's not that bad. It can seem a little like, oh my God, I'll never be able to do that. But when you get used to it, you just sit down and start playing it. It just flows. You'll see what I mean. I put my hi-hat on the upbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. You can see it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You play it nice and slow. Whatever speed you need to work it out, do it. Relax. It's a great groove. And it's ours. It's a drum set groove. We all have to play it. There it is. Order's been given. Now, let's see what this sounds like at a couple different tempos. Here we go. .43 is a non-ego, a Afro-Cuban 6/8. It's kind of polyrhythmic. It's got two things going on at the same time. We've got a 6/8 belt pattern, and we're going to apply a 2 over here in the hi-hat. Don't be intimidated by the words polyrhythmic. You'll see exactly what I mean. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the 6/8 bell pattern. Let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 1, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. That's in 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1. You can see how it fits in with the cowbell part. Now when we put the whole thing together, it kind of, all gels into this nice little thing and it flows around the drum set very easily. Let's see what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can see as I was counting just then, I was counting the hi-hat part in 4. That's what polymetric or polyrhythmic actually means. You're counting that being the primary instead of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a little bit more advanced. And if you can verbalize that out loud, it actually helps. It's very tough to do. It's hard to do, even for me right now, just playing these slow. It's using all my CPU power right now just to get all these things and actually try to verbalize them. I try to do this a lot in my own practice time, counting out loud different rhythms and see if you can make them verbally speak as you're playing. It makes the whole groove gel together. You can understand it more. It's more of an advanced technique, but I want to plant it in your mind right now and see if you can count different rhythms around the drum set. Just then I was counting 4 against the 6, so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, we're going to play this at 2 different tempos, like a lot of the tunes we've been playing so far. This sits really great at the slow 6 and an extremely fast 6. We're going to show you 2 different ways right now. I'm going to play them for you, and then you're going to play them too. Here we go. Mozambique, another Afro-Cuban groove, and it is so much fun to play. This groove really kind of got thrust forward in a lot of drummers' minds when a guy named Steve Gadd, who, by the way, if you don't know who Steve Gadd is, immediately find out. He used this groove on a Paul Simon song called Late in the Evening. And he also used it with another artist called Chick Corea. And a lot of drummers really latched onto this groove. It's just undeniably cool. And the classic bass drum part that we've been playing, like in the sango and the bass drum, that's now going to be on the toms. And now the bass drum's just going to play on 2 and 4. And the hi-hat's going to play on all 4 beats. Let's listen to the bell pattern. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. When it all comes together and you play all those parts together, it's just really, really cool. It's awesome. It feels great to play. Like so many of those other grooves, the shuffle and those other ones I was telling you about, that one, when it comes together, is a lot of fun to play. Let's see what a Mozambique sounds like in a couple of musical examples. Here we go. Groove 45 is a salsa. And this is the first time we're going to actually use the holy grail term of all Latin music, and that is the clave. In this rhythm, we're going to be playing a 2-3 clave over here. The clave is the key to the music, keeping all the phrases in line, understanding where to play things. It is so far beyond the scope of this project to get into clave and understanding it, its origins, and what you can do with it. But the books I've already recommended to you, the music that I know you're going to want to listen to after you finish this project, those are going to be the keys to you understanding the key, the clave. Now, the rhythm that we're going to play in the left hand on this one is a 2-3 sewn clave. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. You hear that over and over, that repetitive clave rhythm? That's going to be our key. Now, in the right hand, we're going to play the traditional cascara. We're going to play on our salsa bell over here, or LP salsa bell. Let's see what it sounds like when we play this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. you have any doubts about those rhythms, just play them with me nice and slow, just like that. I like to put my hi-hat on the upbeat too, which is kind of cool. As a matter of fact, I'll demonstrate that in the musical example that we're going to play right now. That groove at that tempo doesn't sound too salsa-ish, does it? But you'll see what happens when it gets sped up, put it in its proper place, in with a band that's playing some hot Latin music. Let's check it out. Groove 46 is the tango. When you talk about romantic, passionate dances, the tango has got to be the king. Think about the rose in the mouth, the incredibly beautiful woman. It's an incredible thing. It's a wonderful dance, and we're going to play it right now. It's simple but deceptive. If you have any concert snare drum technique, I'm very glad I studied concert snare drum because it's come to serve me very well in this groove. You have a roll at the end with an accent on the beginning. Not the accent on the end, the accent on the beginning to get that nice, tight, and a 4 sound. Here's the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1. Hear that sound? And 1, and 1. It's not blah, blah, bizzat, bizz.